Welcome to the history. Welcome to the culture. Welcome to community that dreams and achieve. Living in change for better tomorrow. Welcome to the Eunice Malath Show.
Hello, welcome to the Eunice Malath Show. I'm your host, Eunice Malath. We have an exciting program lined up for you today. We have a guest by the name of Edem Kegey. Edem Kegey is a vocalist, drummer, and dancer. At the tender age of 15, Edem established a musical sound that was not only unique, but expressed her soul's expression of music. And we have with us here Edem. Welcome to the program.
Hi.
Hi. So, who is this amazing and talented artist named Edem?
Well, it's me. Pretty much, like you said, when I was 15, I definitely wanted to become a solo musician and really just do what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do covers. I wanted to do my own music. But last year, I want to say, is when I really started identifying what my actual sound was.
Yes.
When it came down to the instruments that I played. And so I would say it's about a year now that
you've really taken it very seriously.
Definitely.
Wow. Prior to that, from a young age, did you have an expression apart from music, or were you just drawn to music itself?
I was just drawn to music. It started when I was in 3rd grade. I played the violin, and so since then I just had music flowing through me. It's I come from a very musical type family, you know, from music always being on to other relatives playing instruments or even singing and participating in church choirs and things themselves.
Yeah. So what musical instruments did you pick up and stuff?
3rd grade until my senior year in high school, I played the violin. My senior year in high school, I picked up the alto sax. From, I want to say, like my freshman year to now, a little bit of piano, guitar. Last year, I picked up the djembes and the ukulele.
Wow.
And I attempted to start playing the sitar, but I don't have a sitar anymore to play.
What's a sitar?
So it's an Indian instrument. It's this long, it's really big.
Yeah.
It's a really big instrument, and it's got like this rounded back. It has about, I believe, 7 to 9 strings on the front and metal rings. And you have this like little metal pick, and you bend, it's a weird instrument, but you bend the notes, and so it gets this kind of, Asian, Middle Eastern type sound.
Yes.
It's a beautiful instrument.
Wow, that's amazing. So you brought some instruments here for us. Could you tell us about them?
I have this here. This is the ukulele. It consists of 4 strings. I like it more than the guitar, only because, I don't know, it's smaller, it's more personal, and there's not such a huge neck to go up and down when it comes to the strings. I'm a short person. I have short arms. I'm not trying to do too much. And so this gives me that leisure of just being able to use the space that I'm given, which isn't too much.
Yes. How long have you been playing this specific ukulele?
I've been playing this since last October.
Wow.
So several months now. And I've just been really... I'm still learning. I believe that you never finish learning anything. But I definitely have been diligent when it comes to playing the ukulele. I mean, when I first got it, I was literally taking this thing to bed, laying on my back and just playing. And so it's, yeah, definitely
That's
just
amazing.
been persistent.
Yes.
And then here I have 2 djembes. And this one has been beaten like, I can't even describe. If you can see the head on this one, there's literally no more of a goat skin head on it anymore. This is actually a beginning djembe because it's tuned only once, meaning because of this black strap around it. Yeah. What it's tuned to is what it will always be tuned to. Oh. I can't change it. This is what it's always going to be.
So there are drums that you can actually adjust the sound of?
Yes, and that's actually what I'm going to show you on my next drum. This is a synthetic drum because it's not made of wood.
Yeah.
The head is also not all skin.
Okay.
It's plastic like you see here. But I call this my African, even though they're both African drums, I call this one my African drum because it
has that sound to it. It makes your shoulders start moving and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then this one is another djembe, but this is a wooden djembe. This is more towards the traditional ones, although this one is a lot smaller than most of the traditional ones.
Okay.
This one is a wooden djembe. This is a real djembe. It's made out of wood. There's many different types of skins, goat skins, but that's one that I have on top here for this drum. And this one is tunable with all these strings that are wrapped around here, just like this. I personally haven't messed around with it. Like I said, I've only been playing this for a year.
Wow.
I don't want to mess with it because I don't want to ruin the sound that I have already.
Yes.
But by adjusting the strings around here, which leads to the strings around here, which leads to the strings up here, this tightens and loosens the head on the drum, making it a higher pitch if it's tightened or a lower pitch if it's loosened. And this is my...
Very nice.
I don't know, I call this one my Middle Eastern drum because it sounds kind of Middle Eastern. I don't know.
Very good, very good. Yes. Now, you were originally born in Maryland in 1991, correct?
Yes.
So when did you come to the Midwest and what brought you here?
I came here when I was about 11, 12 years old, and it was after my father passed. It was kind of like one of those, I don't know, my mom, we lived there a little bit after my dad passed too, but she was just really praying about where to go next. And one day she was like, God told us we're going to Nebraska. And I was like, what is in Nebraska? Like, seriously, that was my question. I'm like, what is in Nebraska?
It's like the land of corn.
Right. That's exactly what I thought, you know. And I was a child, so I had that bias there. And then I've never been to the Midwest, so I had that bias there. And I was just like, does everyone ride tractors and horses? Like, this is ridiculous.
There's no culture here, right?
There's nothing. I didn't even think, honestly, I didn't think that any people of color existed here either. I didn't think that there were any Hispanic people, any black people, or anything like that.
I know. It's considered the state of like Republicans and stuff.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Right.
So who wants to go there?
Definitely. But then, you know, I came over here and I was like, wow, there's actually all types of people. There's actually roads. People drive cars. It's actually pretty normal. It's not like, you know, what I thought it was gonna be like. And so,
oh, very good. So when you came here and stuff like that, were there environments that you were able to express your talents in?
Not immediately. I would say when I was around 15, I got to do. There was this theater that was, I believe it was with the YMCA. It was a while back ago. It was like the John Beasley Theater. They had this little talent show, and I did the talent show, and since then I was like, oh, I love performing, I love singing, and I went on from there. And you know, I'd done.
And what was your talent?
It was singing. I sang.
Do you remember the piece?
It was lift every voice and sing, but I feel so bad because I haven't sang that song in a while, and I have forgotten most of the words.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, very cool, very cool. So yeah, so when you got there to the John Beasley Theater and stuff, and you saw that, oh, you know, man, I could really express myself. What was that like?
At first, I think that was like part of a lot of people now ask me if I ever get nervous, and I'm just like, no, I don't get nervous because I feel like I have something to do, and I'm not going to let anything get in the way of that, you know, including being nervous. I don't have time for it. I know it's weird, but when I was 15, I was like, really nervous. Like, I'd never done anything, and, you know, of course, I'm in that teenager, you know, scared of everyone being judgmental, you know, what is everyone going to view, you know, think and view of me, and so it was really, really scared at first, and so I feel like that kind of had a place in me actually performing. I don't think I perform to my fullest potential, but it definitely gave me a sample of what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And I feel like from then on, even out of that fear, it propelled me to be who I am today, I guess.
Excellent. And I think that's what a lot of people face. They find it hard to confront their fears because, like you mentioned, they fear being judged by others and stuff, and they underestimate their potential and their capabilities because they put a lot of their power in other people's hands instead of retaining it and taking ownership to it. So, do you mind performing for us a piece of music using the ukulele?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, I also sing in another language. Yeah, I sing in, it's called Ga. It's from a West African country called Ghana.
Yes.
And it's from the Ga tribe, and that's where my whole entire family is pretty much from.
She's a Ghanaian!
Yes. And so, you know, my mom was really diligent about teaching me the language and stuff as a younger child, as well as with my father, and so it's something that has just kind of always stuck with me. So
you speak the language fluently?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. How do you say hello in Ghana?
Tete.
Tite.
Tete.
Tite.
It's te.
Tite.
Yeah.
All right. I hope our audience got it and stuff, you know?
It's kind of like asking, like, how are you? Like, tete, how
and
are
then,
you?
is there a response to it, or?
You could say Yojuba, which is kind of like, yeah, I'm good, I'm well, I'm doing well. Like
Yojuba.
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 Yeah, I'm probably even saying it wrong myself just because I'm so westernized, but it's okay. They know what I'm saying.
Exactly. It's the words that matter. It's not how it comes to sound that it comes out.
Definitely.
But yeah, okay, very good. Go ahead.
All right. La da da da. La da 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 la da da da. Ma bakwe yeah intrigue ni ma bana ni ma bana Noni mi insani ma ba fe insani ma many Beshi sanima isanima ba isanima wa me ni meni abaya insani mabaya me ingame heni asani ya mabaya me mabaya Isani mabawa me
Woo! Yes! That was excellent.
Thank you.
Such a great meditation music, you know. It just transforms you and takes you to a high level of enlightenment. You know? What comes to mind when you play this music? And what were you singing about too?
Normally when I perform or I do any of my music, I want to say I have many written music, but they're not for the ukulele or the djembe. They're for if I were to add other instruments. So I never perform those. But I would say when I do play the ukulele and djembes, I have about 5 to 10% that's written. Everything else is done on spot, like the song that I just did. Yes. And so beforehand, I really don't know what I'm going to sing about. I kind of give myself maybe like a bar or two, like when it comes to measures of music, to kind of get adjusted to what I'm playing and what I might sing about, what is in my heart. And that's where I always try to play from, is my heart. What I just sang about was what is in my heart, which is to help people. For someone that has fallen, I mean, you could take that in any way. Someone that doesn't, they used to stand so tall in the sense of, they used to have direction. They used to know where they were going. They used to know what they wanted out of life, but now they've come to a point where they don't know any of that. I want to help them in whatever way I can. Someone that I guess it was just me talking about how I wanted to help people, and that's what's in my heart, is to help others.
Because many people's souls and aspirations have been broken down, you know, by life, by family, by friends, just the negativity that surrounds them. And with the constant news that we hear around the world, it's just terrible what's going on. Everything tends to be so demoralizing. Nothing really uplifts, and you are there to be a messenger of music. As you mentioned, you know, you're using your music as not only as a form of expressing your soul's desires, but also trying to uplift others. And we need more people like you in this world. And also Nebraska needs you. You know?
Thank you.
And we're so happy to have you here on the show. So let's do a little fun activity here.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and find some fun facts about you.
Okay.
So tell us, what is something about you that few people know?
Something about me that few people know. I would say, well, there's a couple people that know, and I don't know, whenever I'm up and around, but I'm learning how to beatbox.
Really?
Yes.
Beatbox?
Okay. Like I always do when no one asks me to, and everyone's just like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. And then when people ask me, I'm just like, no, I don't want to do it. All right.
Yeah, okay.
But and then there's like the prince papun
Oh wow, really? Do you rap on top of that too?
You know,
while you're beatboxing?
No, I mean, like me and a friend back in the day, like she was the beatboxing queen, probably still is.
Wow.
But she would beatbox and I would rap, or I would attempt to beatbox for her, and then she would rap. And that's like, I don't know, but that's, I guess, the only kind of like way that I do rap is just like someone else beatboxing or making a little beat and then me rap into it about something ridiculous.
It doesn't matter as long as you're having fun, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is something that you're doing right now that is used as an attempt to expand your mind, to challenge yourself?
To challenge myself? Well, I definitely believe, like I was saying earlier, I definitely believe in helping people. And I feel like with helping others, I need to be knowledgeable to some extent with certain things, which comes to people. I love people. I'm going to school, technically not at this moment because my quarter just ended, but I'm going to school for psychology and music. And so one day I want to become a musical therapist. I believe that music, well, creative arts therapist, but primarily a music therapist. I believe that music can do so much that people don't give it credit for. But I definitely believe that the way I can help people, not only physically with my hands, like homeless shelters or giving things to people that need it, or doing things for people, like helping them out with whatever they need. But I also believe that like through music I can do so much to help them too. So the challenge that I see there is just having more of an understanding of my audiences that I come across, because they're not all the same. It may be the same music that I might be doing, but it's not ever the same people. The people are constantly different, and so I guess it's like adapting to each each audience that I see, to kind of, I don't know what it is, but kind of getting a feel for the audience, so that whatever I do can be for them at that moment.
And how do you adapt? Are you talking about in terms of ethnicity, the different ethnic groups that you encounter, or is it more, what is it specifically?
I feel like when
you adapt to cater to that audience.
When it comes to, I don't believe ethnicity plays a part in it at all. The reason being, I don't believe that you need to understand music to find it beautiful. I believe when it comes to the people that I play for, it's more so I attack more of like the human